Hello and welcome to the Nilon Report. My name's John Nilon and I'm the Alumni Trustee on the California State University Board of Trustees. And the Nilon Report is intended to provide you, our viewer, with the goings-on of the Board of Trustees meeting of November 13th and 14th, a meeting that just ended a few minutes ago. We've got some important takeaways from the meeting, and the first one will be a discussion about our budget requests to the governor. We'll talk a little bit about the graduation initiative and about our women presidents. And we have a wonderful video to show you about that. It's a busy agenda, so let's kick this thing off and talk a little bit about our budget. We are requesting of the governor a budget increase of $554 million. And it breaks down, as shown on this slide, by the Graduation Initiative 2025, $75 million. Compensation increases that have already been negotiated with our employee associations of $148 million. A 5% increase in enrollment, and this is important because we're looking to address the degree shortfall that's anticipated in the next 10 years. And so to do that, we will need to increase the number of students who are enrolled. And so the $206 million will provide us with the resources to increase it by 5% this year. We need to have some infrastructure and facilities repair and replacement. We're asking for $80 million for that on an ongoing basis so that we can bond over $1 billion. And then, of course, just the mandatory cost increases of doing business. And it's a pretty audacious budget request. We're asking for all the things that we need, and we're looking forward to a positive response from our legislature. You can see, though, that even though we're asking for $554 million, it's only a small portion of our $7.3 billion budget, which is made up of tuition and fees of $3.1 billion, the state's general fund of $3.6 billion. And so again, the increase is $554 million. And the way this will be approved will be by the legislature, so I know that we'll be asking you, our viewers, and all the alumni in the state of California to come together and advocate for this important budget ask. That's where we are in the budget. Now we're going to move on and talk a little bit about the graduation initiative. And we've got some exciting news that the resources and effort that have been spent on graduation initiative activities are becoming fruitful for us. More than 105,000 students have earned a bachelor's degree this year, which is a record high. It's an increase of over 6,000 from the year before. We know that our graduation rates are steadily increasing, and we're well on our way to reaching our goals, including beginning the equity gap work to narrow those gaps between students of color or Pell Grant recipients. For some additional information, we've got this slide for you. It's a little busy, but I think it helps tell the story. If you look to the far left, it shows 2015, our base year, 2018, our current year, and what our goal is in 2025. The first purple bar talks about the growth that we've had in first-time four-year graduation rates, starting at 19%, right now at 25%, and on our way to the 40% goal. For first-time six-year graduation rates, the next bar below, we started out as a baseline of 57%. Currently, we're at 61%. Again, well on our way to the 70% goal. For transfer students, two-year graduation rate in the gold color started out at 31%, moving up to 38%, well on our way to the 45%. And finally, the transfer rate for a four-year graduation would be 73% to start at 2015, moving up to 77%, and again, our goal at 85%. And as I mentioned, we want to eliminate all equity gaps for underserved students of color and Pell Grant recipients. Again, well on our way. Exciting news on our graduation initiative. Shifting gears, we're going to talk about something that's really exciting, and that is the ACE Leadership Women's Forum. And what that means is an opportunity to celebrate the milestone that the CSU recently achieved. Now, more than half of the presidents of our universities are women. That's ahead of the national rate. In fact, it's double or nearly double that rate. We are excited to lead in this very important area. Now, the presidents were recently celebrated at the ACE Women's Leadership Forum in San Marcos, and we're going to be able to show you that video in just a second. But before we do that, I want to thank you for paying attention and watching the Nilon Report. We're going to have a new format for the start of next year. I look forward to seeing you then. Happy holidays and goodbye.
And I rise up, I like the waves, I rise up, in spite of the ache.
5-decade history of the California State University system with 23 campuses. More than half of these campuses, more than half, are being led by women presidents.
We salute the trailblazing efforts of the California State University. 12 of the university's 23 campuses are now led by women presidents.
Ladies and gentlemen, our women presidents of the California State University. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce someone who has long been a champion of diversity, inclusive excellence, and student success.
And tonight we have the privilege to celebrate our women presidents, 12 talented, tenacious, terrific leaders who rose to the top of the candidate pools for their respective campuses. And together with all of you, they are helping to create a new normal.
So I'm so happy to be here tonight and feel the energy that was a part of the structure that we were building to make it possible for other women. To see this, for me, made it all worth it. So I'm just very happy tonight.
Helping women move up has been a long-term career goal of mine. And whatever small part I might have played in the CSU success and in women across the system thinking that they can do it, I will forever be grateful for having that opportunity.